Welcome to Dungeons & Dragons Dark Alliance. A non-stop, heart-pounding...
Whoa.
Weird.
Kill everything that moves action brawler with co-op.
Unfinished games get released a lot these days. What do? Do you buy the game later? Do you wait for a patch? Do you completely decide that you'll never buy a game from that company again? As you guys know, Dungeons & Dragons Dark Alliance released recently. I rated a deep sale. I mean, for $5, someone out there might be able to find some fun, or if you already have it on Game Pass. But none of us want that to be the future. It absolutely doesn't make sense. It is in a goddamn tremendously poor shape. And it's not the first of these games that's come this way. I jumped in to watch Carnage stream this, and it was like watching the 5 stages of grief being slowly played out as he began to work through this game. Now, I get it. I've seen a lot of people say, hey man, this game actually isn't so bad with a bunch of friends playing. But if a bunch of friends hold you while you're crying, it doesn't suddenly make the illness go away. The core problems with the game are still there. You're just using a bandage that's in the shape of your ugly best friend's dome. The Crew 2 launched without the ability to, well, do the Crew. Avengers from Square yesterday just started showing people's real IP addresses right on their screen. Even though, yes, I'll admit that game's older. Anthem hit like Fleetwood Mac's song Lies with every single issue under the sun you could possibly imagine. Andromeda brought us into another system of failures with characters not even holding their guns the right way. And remember, No Man's Sky's perfect release, or Ace of Unity, or Master Chief, and so on. And so on. So while we do see some scores in the 70s for Dark Alliance, which makes me wonder if the number 1 through 6 were broken on everybody else's keyboards, it is true that for the most part, a lot of these games have something fundamental that is actually enjoyable in them, and we do see them slowly patched up into an enjoyable framework for a lot of gamers out there. My question isn't, will these continue though? It's the fact that I want to know what exactly it is you do about it. Do you go out there and do you get the game proper just to support the dev even if it's in bad shape? Do you wait? Do you never buy the game at all? Do you inform the developer that you're not going to? Do you just refund it? Do you end up waiting for a sale? I want your input on what you actually do when you run into these experiences, because I think I've listed enough here in just the short amount of time that you probably all have run into at least one of these. And while a lot of digital stores offer refunds, not all of them do. And I don't think that's enough to get the message to a number of developers, a number of publishers. They're allowing these titles to get out there. I want to know what you guys do when you run into a situation like this, especially when you look at D&D Dark Alliance. It really was looking like it could be a fairly nice, if not uncomplicated game. Dungeons & Dragons, the action title, where you just run around like a gauntlet style game and have a good time. Instead, what we got was a wickerwork of wondrous problems, and when your character flies off the edge of the game screen for the 55th time, you wonder to yourself, am I the friggin' beta tester? And if I am, why am I not paid for this? And my last question is, did you get it? And what did you think? Did you refund it? Did you go to Steam and give it a negative review if you found it poor? Or did you give it a good review if you didn't have any issues? And if you didn't, I want to know who you are, because you're a magical unicorn. That's it for me. Go ahead and throw the feedback into the comments section. I'll read it. We'll discuss it during the next podcast that I end up doing. Peace out and enjoy the rest of your week.